Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving deep into an explosive action movie, Hidden Strike. This film is loaded with big stunts, adrenaline, pumping fight scenes, and an unexpected team up. If you haven't seen it, don't worry, I will take you through the story and all the key moments. And if you are a fan of action movies, you will definitely want to stick around for some interesting behind the scenes facts. So let's get started with the story. The movie kicks off in a Middle Eastern desert where chaos is about to unfold. There's an oil refinery out there, but it's not just an refinery, it's a high stakes target. A group of ruthless terrorists has their eyes on it, and they have been planning their attack for a while. They want to take control of the facility, and they will stop at nothing to do it. As they gear up for their assault, you can feel the tension rising. It's clear that the bad guys mean business, and things are about to get explosive. This sets the stage for the entire movie, one big action sequence after another. Fun fact, the desert scenes were filmed in real locations and the cast had to deal with extreme heat during filming. Some days the temperature reached over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Now let's meet our two heroes. First we have Lu Feng, played by none other than Jackie Chan. He is a former special forces soldier who is all about precision, discipline and using his skills to protect the innocent. You can tell right from the start that Lu is a man of action, but he's also thoughtful and strategy. He's the kind of guy who doesn't rush in without a plan. On the other hand, we have got Chris Van Horn, played by John Cena. Chris is an ex-marine and he brings that typical tough guy, larger than life energy. While Lou is all about skill, Chris is more about brute force. He's strong, direct and doesn't mind getting his hands dirty. Interesting fact, Jackie Chan and John Cena had never worked together before this movie. Even though they come from different action backgrounds, Jackie with his martial arts and John with his wrestling, their on-screen chemistry is undeniable. Just as you would expect in an action movie like this, things start off with a bang literally. The terrorists launch a full-scale attack on the refinery, setting off explosions, firing machine guns and taking hostages. It's a high-stakes situation and the terrorists have a clear plan: take control of the refinery and its resources. The scenes are intense with explosions rocking the facility and the workers are trying to escape, but these bad guys, they are not playing around. They are heavily armed and ready to do whatever it takes to succeed. This whole sequence is an adrenaline rush, setting the tone for the rest of the movie. You know, Lou and Chris are going to have their hands full dealing with these guys. Fun fact, did you know that some of the explosion scenes were created with practical effects rather than CGI? This gives the movie a more grounded, realistic feel, especially during the intense battle scenes. Now Lou and Chris don't start off as friends. In fact, when they first meet, they can't stand each other. Lou is all about precision and following the rules, while Chris is more of a punch first, ask questions later kind of guy. They are assigned to the same mission, though stop the terrorists, save the hostages and protect the refinery. But working together, that's going to take some serious effort. Lou is calm and strategic, while Chris is loud, brash and all about action. This clash of personalities makes for some hilarious moments in the movie. There's this one scene where Chris tries to impress Lou with his Chinese and it goes completely wrong. It's a funny way to show how different they are, but it also hints that they will eventually come together as a team. As Lou and Chris get deeper into the mission, the action just keeps getting more intense. There are high-speed chases through the desert, rooftop fights and plenty of hand-to-hand combat. Jackie Chan's iconic martial art skills are on full display, while John Cena brings that raw power we all know him for. One of the standard fight scenes take place inside the refinery itself. Lou uses the environment to his advantage, taking down enemies with everything from pipes to machinery. Meanwhile, Chris is in a brutal fistfight with one of the terrorist leaders, and it's a true clash titans. Of course, every good action movie needs a bad guy with a master plan, and Hidden Strike doesn't disappoint. We learn that the terrorists are not just after the refinery. They want to use it to fund fund even bigger attacks across the globe. They have got access to some seriously dangerous weapons and they are not afraid to use them. This raises the stakes for Lo and Chris. They are not just fighting to save the refinery, they are fighting to stop a global catastrophe. It's a race against time as they try to figure out the villain's next move and prevent the worst from happening. Interesting fact, the villain in this movie is played by a well-known actor who usually plays heroic roles, so it's a fun twist to see him as the bad guy this time. Now that Lo and Chris know the full extent of the threat, they have to step up their game. They plan their final assault on the refinery, but it's not going to be easy. The terrorists have set traps all over the place and they have got hostages hidden inside. There's this great moment where Lou teaches Chris some of his martial arts techniques to help them fight more efficiently. It's a cool blend of East meets West as the two warriors everything comes to head in the final showdown. Lou and Chris split up. Lou goes after the main villain while Chris focuses on disarming the explosive scattered throughout the refinery. The fight between Lou and the villain is one of the movie's most intense moments. Its hand-to-hand combat scenes filled with the incredible martial arts choreography. Lou uses everything at his disposal, from his fist to the tools around him to take down the villain. Meanwhile, Chris is racing against the clock to disarm the bombs and save the hostages. It's a tense, heart-pounding sequence that keeps you on the edge of your seat. Just as you would expect, the refinery goes up in flames in a massive explosion. Lou and Chris barely make it out in time, diving to safety as their fireball erupts behind them. It's the kind of explosive final that every action movie needs. With the villains defeated and the hostages safe, our heroes can finally breathe a sigh of relief. But just when you think it's over, there's one last twist. In the end, Lou and Chris save the day. They have defeated the terrorists, stopped the refinery from being destroyed, and saved countless lives. But more than that, they have proven that even the most unlikely team can work together when it really counts. As the movie wraps up, Lou and Chris share a moment of mutual respect. They may have started out as enemies, but by the end they are partners and maybe even friends. And that's it for Hidden Strike, a non-stop action-packed film with everything from huge explosions to some hilarious buddy cop moments. If you love watching adrenaline-fueled fight scenes and epic showdowns, this is definitely one to check out. Fun fact, some of the stunts performed by Jackie Chan in this movie were actually improvised on set. He is famous for making quick decisions during filming to make his fights more creative. Now that's talent. Thanks for watching. So stay tuned for more movie recaps. Goodbye.